What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Phase 6, your source for music, business, motivation, and support. It's your boy, Sir Love, and I have another dope episode of Ask Sir Love. And I'm doing something really different. I am challenging myself right now to answer a comment extremely fast. So I just posted a video, right? And when I posted that video, this guy right here, AI Shine, replied back. So 28 minutes ago, my man replied back. And I want to see how fast I can potentially reply to a question that someone just sent in. So I just saw it. So this is what I'm seeing. It says, where can I get an artist producer contract for an artist from another country and I'm in the USA? It also asks, how do I find out if the artist is signed to anyone opposed to word of mouth? Well, AI Shine, I hope you're still on the channel right now because you're in luck. This is the first time I ever replied to a question this fast. So let's see what happens. All right, here we go. Now, the first part of your question is anytime you're working with anybody overseas and you're dealing cross country, especially if you're really going from east to west or something major. Obviously, in Europe, it's going to be a little different. But let me speak to your part first. So, if you're in the U.S. and you're working with someone in another country, you need to get an attorney. Period. There is no template that I would suggest out there. There is nothing that I would rip offline because laws are different in different countries. You need specifically you need an attorney that understands laws of different areas. All right. This would be the best suited answer for you to get exactly what you want, get exactly what they want, and make sure all the laws are in sync. All right. However, you could beat this by basically, drafting up any contract that in the bottom of the agreement where it states, I have a bunch of agreements. Maybe I should pull one up. I don't know. I don't know what I legally can show or not show right now in this moment. But in the bottom of most agreements, like later at the bottom, below miscellaneous, right before you sign, there's typically an area in the contract where it states where arbitration will occur if and when it's needed. So if you were to have to go to court or sue or this, that, and the third, it will say in the state of New York, in the state of Georgia, in the country of whatever, in the state of blank or province of blank, whatever, it's listed. It will also say that this contract is bound by the laws of said state, said country, said whatever, because states are different, countries are different, provinces are different, etc. across the world, right? And so having that language in there will dictate how you're able to hold that person accountable in the United States, but it may not necessarily be legally binding abroad in the country that they're in. So they could sign a contract with you here and a contract with someone else in another country and technically be signing two people. And when they make money here, it goes to you. And when they make money somewhere else, it goes to somewhere else. That's actually more common than you believe. There's a lot of major artists. There are a lot of major artists that, especially in the space of publishing, will sign publishing with a publishing company here in the United States and have multiple different publishing companies that they work with all across the world, just because they have better access and locality to be able to service their publishing more effectively or more efficiently. You can also see the same thing with distribution deals. You also can see the same thing with record deals, believe it or not, right? If your record deal does not say that this is universally binding throughout the world or throughout the universe or throughout the galaxy, you see all this language in the contract. The reason they do that is because they want it to be known that if you take your ass across the ocean, I still want your money. And if you take your ass across space to another planet and in the future we can go to Mars, I want that Martian money, right? That's the reason why they do that. All right. Second part of your question. Also, how do I find out if the artist is signed to anyone opposed to word of mouth? There is no way to determine whether or not an artist is signed to anyone else outside of word of mouth. Now, what you can do is in the agreement, it's going to state, you're going to have it clearly stated in the agreement that the artist has to confirm that they do not have any obligations to anyone else. That way it holds you, that way you're not held liable to any infractions that they may have occurred, and their parent company or their company that they're signed to can't come back and sue you. But it may not, it will give you some type of footing in a legal skirmish to be able to fight for the value that you've added to the artist. If that language is not in there, then it may be harder to get anything. They may sue you, sue the artist, sue everyone. Is there any national database or worldwide global database to find out who was signed to who? No. is there an idea promoting that? Yes, the idea of blockchain coming first to publishing and copyrights and later to legal agreements throughout the music industry is potentially a solution to that problem. But as of right now, we're a long ways away from either of those. And so you got to take the artist's word for it, and you got to make sure you protect yourself in the language. And all of the language that I've just mentioned throughout this conversation are pretty standard. So hopefully that helps you, Mr. AI Shine. What did I say? Al Shine or Ali Shine? Oh man, I want to mess up your name. It's AI Shine. Thank you very much, AI Shine. I hope this answers your question. And for anybody else that wants to get their questions answered, put it in the comments. Send me a question. You see how easy that was? Not even 30 minutes. My man's getting a response. All right. And let me go make a thumbnail and do something else. I'm trying to see how fast I can do this. If I didn't push it out to the team and all these different people, how fast could I potentially respond to a question? I don't know. We'll see. All right. Other than that, thank you guys very much for your time. If you want to talk to me on the show Chasing Greatness, shoot me a text at 404-442-4792. If I don't get back to you immediately, please don't be vexed about it. I will get back to you. I promise. That is where I'm at right now. I'll take a day and get back to everybody. All right. So send me a message, and typically during that day, I schedule times for us to talk on Chasing Greatness. If you haven't heard the Chasing Greatness podcast, go check it out. If not, go to www.fazevi.com if you want to learn more about the music business. But if you don't want to do any of that, do the easy thing. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and check me out on the next video. I don't know everything, but I know a lot about a little, a little bit about a lot. I'm always giving you guys everything that I got right here on Phase 6. I'm out.